On Zero Hedge, a law-abiding West Virginia woman with a concealed firearm stops a mass shooting. Hi everybody, my name's James. Welcome to California High Desert Preacher. Today's video is going to be discussing, here is a story you will not be hearing on your local mainstream news outlet on cable or public television. And that is simply this, because it goes against the narrative of today, especially with the most two recent public mass shootings. Right here, we have on Zero Hedge, a law-abiding West Virginia woman with a concealed firearm stops a mass shooting. And at the very end of this story, I will tell you a secret. That's another very important piece of the puzzle that the mainstream media and the establishment does not want you to hear, because they create and manufacture and false flag mass shootings of today to convince you, the American people and population, not only to give up your Second Amendment rights, but that there's such a thing called an assault rifle. In no time in my life have I ever seen any type of firearm get up on its own power and assault anybody. Guns don't kill people. People kill people. So here we go without further ado. Instead of waiting for the police to arrive, a woman with a concealed carry license in West Virginia acted fast to stop a crazed man with an AR-15 style rifle who was about to kill dozens of people at a graduation party. That's a shame. Instead of running from the threat, she engaged with the threat and saved several lives last night. Charleston Police Department Chief Detective Tony Hazel told local news WCHS-TV the incident occurred Wednesday when Dennis Butler, 37, was angered by a group of people hosting a graduation party who told him to slow down through an apartment complex in Charleston. He returned 30 minutes later, parked his vehicle, jumped out, and in the back seat discharged his weapon towards the group of 30 to 40 people. Unbeknownst to the shooter, a law-abiding citizen with a concealed carry weapon permit was within the group and quickly drew her weapon and engaged Butler with discreet fire, fatally wounding him. Looks like she was properly trained, and he wasn't. This is the whole point of a soft target or a gun-free zone. People are not ready and they're not prepared to respond back to save their lives. Criminals don't follow the law. They carry guns and they want to kill people who do follow the law, who are dumb enough to accept and believe of soft targets and no gun zones. And this is exactly what owning a gun legally and being a law-abiding citizen will get you. It will get you another day on this earth alive. And it can make you an American hero because you've saved not only your own life, but possibly the lives of your closest family members and friends. But here's the kicker. You're not going to find this story raging all over mainstream media or even on YouTube or on social media platforms, because it goes against the let's take your guns away so we can send in the whose guns, military, police trained, and take what is left of your sovereignty and your freedom. When we tell you to lock down because of climate change, you must lock down. This is the agenda why your government, from federal to state, wants to rob you of your firearms. Here's the missing piece to the puzzle. You're not going to hear about this guy. He's a Black American. The ages between 30 and 40 years old. Was pulled over after being told, slow down before you hit somebody. Got angry, went home, picked up his gun, came back home, and shot people for no good reason other than the fact that we have no idea what was going through the man's head. I'm just surmising. This whole thing could have been a hate crime. It could have been a righteously led hate crime, but you won't hear anybody else mention that. I'm saying that it's possible, that it's plausible. I'm not saying that I have true facts to know that that's what the case is, but I do know that he was a black male, American male between the ages of 30 and 40 years old. And the woman that shot and killed him returned fire, and fearing for her life and her closest family members and friends was a white woman. Now, I bet if mainstream media was to pick the story up, they would make her to be the aggressor, and she would become the assailant, and he would become the victim because it doesn't fit the narrative. I've said all this to say this. We're all one race. God created the human race. We were all created in his likeness and in his image. It's in the Bible. Pick it up and read it. It's in the book of Genesis. All that being said, God bless you. Please spread the word, spread this video. Don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe, and leave me a comment down below. And remember always, if you find this content informative and helpful, tell a friend. Subscribe. I'm out of here. God bless. Have a wonderful day.
316 did not come